I move to suspend the bylaws, Article 3, enhance the election, Section 1, Paragraph A. Second?
Yes. All right, Senator Gill has moved to suspend the bylaws. Section 3, subsection, Article 3, Section 1, paragraphs A and B, seconded by Senator Hammond. Unanimous, has help, motion carries. Hey, we can have a meeting. All right. Senator President. Here. Senator Fox.
Here.
Senator D'Amico.
Present.
Senator Day.
Present.
Senator Foltz. Present. Senator Gale.
Here.
Senator Henderson.
Here.
Senator O'Connell. Here. Senator Vermont. Here. Senator Kassoon.
Here.
Senator Monica. Here. Senator Ortiz.
Here.
Senator Kerr. Senator Ramal. Here. Senator Salas. Senator Sargent. Here. Senator Sosma.
Here.
Senator Walker.
Here.
All right, and everyone will join me in the
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I move to approve the minutes from last week. Second.
All right, Senator Walker has been approved last week's minutes, seconded by Senator Fox. And motion carries. Senator Walker.
I move to approve this week's minutes. Agenda.
Senator Walker has been approved this week's agenda, seconded by Senator Fox. Unanimous has been held, motion carries. All right, at the time, we will now open up our gallery.
Very good. Good. Okay, so I'm here to update everyone. Just to let you know, with the ASI to speak status, so far we've gotten only good feedback from every single ASI to Senator and Dr. Dunn so far. So that's really good. You guys really adding a lot of life to the show. And everyone was so responsive to it. I love that. And Matt also worked up for next week's show. So I was thinking of that. So that's going really well. And then in terms of my position, there are several things that obviously that I've been doing to help strengthen the position, and it's kind of a reason where I have to work on. So I went to the trainer workshop last Friday, and I learned a lot of really great techniques and how to teach people about diversity and just creating an open dialogue amongst any type of group. And so next week, actually, in the conference, I was going to do a demonstration of the exercise that we learned to kind of help everyone just get more connected and just learn more about each other. And there are actually two that I'll present to you guys, and they're really fun. And I think you guys are definitely going to like it. And so, theory, like if you're shy, you don't have to worry. It's a really welcoming type of exercise. And so, yeah, so that's happening. And in terms of the media project, the position that's also really kicking off, and my place and departments are collaborating. And because of the connection that ASI2 created. So that's good. It's really good for, and it's making this look pretty good in that part. So, yeah, that's my update for now. And any questions or any collaborations or things like that, just let me know.
Michelle, do you want to let them know about the first video that you're doing and what it's about?
Okay, so yeah, so there are actually several other videos that have come before that, because some other departments reached out. Because this was, we wanted to have a video featuring international students, specifically South Asian international students, and then some members of ASI2 to try traditional Indian cuisine, and have that BuzzFeed video to they try it, and then South Asian students kind of teach them the ways of how to it, it's just, it would be like some kind of short video. But, we didn't get a lot of response from that yet, so, we started on other videos because other departments have reached out to us, so we're doing that first. But if you guys would like to be for the videos, if you're not camera shy, if you wanna try some good food from all types of cultures, let me know, and I'll definitely catch you on, the video. So, and then that's, because now I'm talking to the folks, that have, the Indian Student Association and the Muslim Association, and now we're gonna get it started, so.
Are there any other questions? All right, well, thank you.
Thanks.
We'll be back.
Hello, everybody. Sounds so different from this. And that's not on the website. So just a reminder that your checklist are due tomorrow at 5 p.m. For the most part, I'm going to do a great job with your checklist last time. So if you don't do the work, just a reminder, if any of you guys after this, really easy, please remember to email me at that. Just let me know so I can be aware of that. I'll just put it on your checklist. And I'll be sending out another survey tomorrow. You guys take it. And that may be the last survey for you guys. Because that will start reaching out to people associated with ASLU, so we can get other food. You can learn about food, training. You guys are awesome. Say this again, please. No, okay. All right, that's all I think, yes.
Okay, so seeing as Val is in here, we will have no announcements for correspondence. President.
Hey, John. So this is now going to talk about what we talked about last week, looking for ways to solve our issue with not having active non-traditional students, and then also a faculty disruption policy. I haven't received an email about either of those things. And I do have my one-on-one meeting with President Bailiff next week on Tuesday. So if you can get me those ideas before then, I will let him know in my meeting. And speaking of that, if there's anything else that you believe should go directly to the president, please let me know that as well, and I'll make sure to bring that up in my meeting. Just so you guys are aware, I do have cabinet meetings with the president and the rest of his cabinet every Monday. So if there's something pressing that you need me to bring up, just let me know before Monday at 9 a.m. Then the last thing that I'm going to talk about, we have another kind of university committee that we need to fill spots for. So if you aren't super involved in the university committee, please see me after the meeting for a little bit and also discuss the meeting with us. Any questions?
Thank you. All right, President. Alan. Sir.
Yes. Today, Finance Committee, we discussed contingency funding request from the American Society of Civil Engineers. And as a Finance Committee, we approved $2,500. And we focused a lot on sustainability and their preparation as a club, as opposed to the last request. So I moved to approve a contingency funding request for the American Society of Civil Engineers in the amount of $2,500. Second.
All right, Senator Henderson has moved to approve the engineering club for the amount of $2,000. American Society of Civil Engineers in the amount of $2,500. Seconded by Senator Walker. Roll call has been held. Senator Becker. Yes. Senator Cox. Senator DeVito.
Yes.
Senator Day.
Yes.
Senator Holtz. Yes. Senator Gale.
Yes.
Senator Henderson.
Yes.
Senator Gonzalez. Yes. Senator Camacho. Yes. Senator Castillo. You have a minute to talk.
No.
Senator Monica? Senator Ruiz?
Yes.
Senator Turpin? Senator Lamont? Senator Salas? Senator Sargent? Yes. Senator Shrestha? Senator Walker?
Yes.
Motion carried. Anything else?
Secondly, we reviewed match deposits for the History Club. They received a donation, Black Rock and Sage, a fundraiser, and Women of Color Association by donation. And I move to approve match deposits for those three clubs in the amount totaling $125.38.
All right, so your motion has been to match deposit total amount of $125.38, seconded by Senator Collins. Unanimous, President Collins. Motion carries. All right, rules committee. Oh, just kidding.
Okay. Lastly, we reviewed new club funding, and as the finance committee, we approved $200 in new club funding for the Black Student Association, and I move for Senate to approve $200 in new club funding for the Black Student Association.
Is there a second?
Second.
Perfect. All right. Senator Henderson has moved to approve new club funding for the Black Student Association in the amount of $200, seconded by Senator Cicado.
Yes.
Unanimous, President Hall. Motion carries. All right, Sam.
All right, I'm gonna actually use the microphone since I don't have much of a voice this week. So we looked over about 517 rules. No real big changes, just like chief of staff was not capitalized, needs to be capitalized, mentioned twice in the section A and once in section B, section 3. Checklist needs to be capitalized for where is that is capitalized, right? And senator, not capitalized, just to remain consistent with the rest of the bylaws or the rule book. Space between excuses and explaining. And then adding the word dollars to the last section when it talks about $20 will be taken from the stipend if they don't complete the additional field hour. Again, just to remain consistent with the rest of the book. That's all.
Does that mean you're releasing it?
Yes, Rules Committee is releasing the 517.
All right. A quick review. Senator Fox.
We had last week and just discussed the change of power and no interviews at the end.
Thank you. And university outreach.
So just a reminder, we do have the outreach this coming Saturday at Elm Falls. If you want to come, just let me know. We can still get people in. We're taking, Amy, can you verify did we accept the 2 cars? Okay. I think we're taking 2 cars up from ISU. We'll be meeting here. We'll see. We're taking cars up there and we're going here at 8:30. Again, the 2 will be done by 2:30. We'll be back for probably half the time of the game, if not more than that, since the road is only. Just to really get a lot of it. As well as, so we're finishing the designs for the shirts. We're getting all those finalized. What I came up with, so I think we're able to find some money within the budget to pay for a good portion of it. But what I want to do is ask for $15 per senator is getting one. So I know it is some money since I'm the U.S. We're going to ask for $15 just to make up part of the budget. I did work with the chief of finance and we're able to get the other parts covered. But so just find about $15 per jacket. I think they look really good. I tried to show as many people as I could in the office, but I think we all agree they look really good. And Christoph's did a great job with the design. We're just finalizing that touch so that we can see everything. So just be expecting that, and we should get those within a month or so. So, awesome.
Really, really excited. Thank you. All right, everything.
So last week we finalized most of everything for July. We either have received everything we need or it's been ordered and we'll receive very soon. We have the fall ground booked, we also have the kitchen booked, we have our ingredients ordered. We have our recipes from our 2 clubs that are also helping with us. And we also heard back from people on Veterans Day that want to
All right, I'm 6 please. Everybody get my email? Did everybody read it? So, I'm not gonna say your grade is, but just the basic, at the very top it has all the, you guys can come to the team rating if you want. I don't really, that's not the point of this code drive. So, the way that we're gonna do it is whenever you have a position that donates an item, you're gonna take a picture with them and you're gonna use the hashtags that are in the document that I just sent you. If the hashtag is not attached to the picture, you don't get any points. That way we're not sending pictures all to one person and kind of spamming them. That way we can just click on the hashtag, find all the pictures that have been tagged by that, and then count points.
For convenience sake, could we just upload them to our ASIC?
Yeah.
Like share Google posts?
Yeah.
And then
So, yeah, you can do that, and then you can upload to social media. The whole point of doing like the hashtag is kind of to get, so like the ASIC, like tag it to that and be present on social media. We're a little on the DL right now. But yeah, upload them to the Google Drive for that. Even better. We will be starting November 1st, ending November 30th at 5 p.m. Depending on the items we collect, I may or may not have the winner announced at the meeting that night. And then towards the end of the document, it breaks down the points for the item. Does anybody have a question? Make sure you read the email. Okay, now to Bill, old business, Bill 517, Senator Salas.
Want to read it the whole thing? All right. In the Senate Bill 517 by Alex Salas, College of Arts and Letters. David, Idaho Falls Vice President, sponsored by Alex Salas, College of Arts and Letters, and Jessica Parker School of Graduate Studies. This bill is designed to require an additional field hour if the senator is not present at a service or outreach event that he signed up for. ASIC Senator Vogel, Article 2, ASIC Senator Section 8, stipends, scratch that 2 scholarships. All senators will submit a monthly ASIC Senator checklist to the President's Chief of Staff on the date of the design of the designated on the checklist by 5 p.m. The Chief of Staff will review each senator's performance and report to the Senate in the event that the senator is not fulfilling his approved duties. I will do these updates that Senator Pacheco did say, so I still have to fix that. Fee penalties, stipends, scratch that 2 scholarships for the student senate will be reduced by $20 for each item not completed on the stipend scratch that for ASIC senator checklist. Failure to attend the student senate training retreat will result in a deduction of 1 hour for $100. Section 3, for every service or outreach event that the senator signed up for and didn't attend, the senator will be required to complete 1 additional field hour. If the senator provides a valid or written medical, religious, or other valid excuse to explain the reasons for not attending 24 hours prior to the event, or a valid medical excuse probably after the absence, he or she may not be valid, the senator in charge of said event will contact the staff on the overall attendance of events. If the senator fails to complete their additional field hours, a $20 reduction will be made for every missed field hours. So I move to approve Bill 517. Councilman Nick?
So just on part two, it says for to extend the training retreat. So would they still be back $100 if they weren't under that?
So that's up to just like as a clarification, that's up to like the discretion of the president and the vice president. We are triple planning it, and I know there's like, for example, Huey, he told us that like, he had grown for it, and it's like $3,000 that he paid for, so obviously we weren't going to expect him. And then we had senators that came on, such as Johnny, who didn't attend the retreat, so their scholarship isn't as much as your guys' just because that isn't such a part of training. So there's just like some exceptions, and that's to the discretion of the president.
So she's not the end of the day, is that just?
It's just kind of like an unwritten law. Oh, Senator Green?
I just kind of wanted to state my opinion on this bill. I like what you're doing with the bill. I understand what you're trying to do. I think it's a good thing to try and make sure people are accountable. But at the same time, my main point of this bill is I don't believe it's the place of the Senate to step in and punish people for stuff they're doing extra. If they're not doing the extra stuff well enough, I guess. So.
Okay, we're gonna go Senator Hammond and then Senator Shaw. So we'll kind of be, I don't think it's necessarily a punishment for this is incentive for, they were all adults, we should be responsible already, but, you know, sometimes we get a little lazy, we're just like, yeah, I'll take the deduction. Like, that's not the point of you being a senator, like, sure, I get the scholarship, but okay, I guess I'll pay this money back. Like, that's not the attitude we should have. So this is more of an incentive, like, committee events, be responsible, and it's not like we're deducting you right away. Like, it's not necessarily a negative thing. Like, you just have to put a little bit more effort. Like, you kind of miss, you didn't put effort into the event that you missed, but you're going to put effort into something else. That's still part of your checklist, and it's not really, I mean, it's not a real effort. It's not that hard.
So pretty much like the whole purpose is like, if we sign up for events, and like I know we're supposed to do events as part of our job as leaders, and if we don't sign up to go for an event, but we don't show up to the event without giving, like even calling someone, sorry, I can't make it, the person in charge of the event is left without the senator, and they're left like, well, where is ASIC? We need them when they told us they're going to be here, they're not here, so we're actually leaving a bad name for ASIC. And it's kind of like the reason why, like, you know, we want to be responsible enough because we all are. So might as well just kind of like throw this in there, not as in a punishment, simply as just being responsible as offenders.
All right, Senator Green.
Would this only be for actual ASISU events, or would it include any event that ASISU senator is putting on?
Would be for pretty much any event that we send as ASI.
All right.
Or it's more of a thing if you sign up individually. So if I don't sign up for any event, so it's just if you sign up for any event to go to. So if you don't sign up, then you're
And isn't it my understanding that like, you can give notice, and it's not a big.
if you're in 24 hours, it's not a big deal.
All right, so, Senator Day.
I just worry that if this bill is passed and no one signs up, they're like, oh, if I just don't sign up for it, then I don't get penalized and I'll just show up last.
Senator.
I still not think about the concern, but in my opinion, I'd rather not sign up than sign up on the business part. So I think people not signing up and still not doing it because we're still getting money off of the giveaway. At least what would we say is.
And we just put into consideration if they were running the bill, Hallie, that's why I said like the deduction, we made it another bill number. So that way, if it's still, they're gonna sign up, and if they don't show up, it's not like the end of the world, that just means they have to go out and do something else. So it's not like the end of the world, and that's what we wanted to do, is just get out there again. Get out there, make a good name, try to represent us in a different way. Because we didn't want to make sure that it wasn't just money being represented, but that it was just getting ISU out there and positive.
Just to clarify, so we deducted, we don't work field hours. So, what?
We do this.
Right, and so when we get a double deduction for not meeting the event, and then also like if you don't have additional field hours, that's a separate deduction.
It wouldn't be, it's simply and not just
Okay, so like, to avoid the deduction, you cannot do the event and take that foot hour. I just worry because like, everyone's schedules, we're all super involved, like, at some point, I feel like I would rather take a deduction if something comes up than have to reschedule my whole different additional foot hour, if it's last minute.
I think the situation kind of to resolve this question is like, say you have, you don't finish your field hours, but you incur an extra field hour because you missed something, you still get the protection. It wouldn't increase because you didn't fill that extra field hour. You just didn't fulfill the basic support hours.
All right. I will entertain a motion to,
I move to approve bill 517. Previous, okay, previous.
all right, perfect. All right. So Senator Thompson moved to approve Bill 517, seconded by Senator Cannon. Roll call for the vote.
Senator Becker? Senator Cox?
Yeah.
Senator D'Amico?
Like I said, I like this bill. I understand what it's trying to do. I think the terms of the bill are perfectly reasonable. I don't think it's particularly unfair or particularly harsh. It's very generous. Lots of room, lots of flexibility. But purely from a technical standpoint, I don't think we can say, as a senator, as ASISU, we're going to punish our senators when they are accountable for their own volunteer hours. So with that, I still vote no.
Senator Day?
I kind of agree with him in that sense, and I just feel like as a Senate, we should be building each other up in bills that we pass. And I just don't feel like this bill is a way to build up ASIC. I feel like it's more of a way to tear down ASIC, so I also vote no.
Senator Gale?
The way I see this is that any successful kind of business organization has like an HR department or something that is self-governing and self-leading. And I feel like there is a loophole for us within it. I feel like this bill closes that loophole of us talking about what we're going to say and do, since we are trying to repair our kind of reputation with that community. So with that, I vote yes.
Senator
I can understand the approach as well, but I feel like as a senator, I'm already so anxious with all of the commitments that we have and all the obligations, and I feel like this just kind of compounds everything that I have to keep track of. Like obviously, personally, I would just show up to an event to avoid the deduction for the issue for an hour, but I also feel like those who are already not showing up to things wouldn't make that up by additional. So I'm going to vote no.
Senator McConnell? No. Senator McConnell? Yes. Senator Sweeney?
Yes.
Senator
No.
Senator Lewis?
No.
Senator Vermont? Senator Salas? Senator Sargent? Yes. Senator Schuster?
Yes.
Senator Blunt?
Yes.
Senator Becker?
No. Okay, so unfortunately, the bill did not reach majority, so with that, Bill 517 fails. Cool. All right, so in new business, Senator Dave, can you please read Bill 518? Yes.
And I also fixed it really quick and resent it to everybody, so I'm going to read it. Bill 518, that day called Science and Engineering, sponsored by MBA called Science and Engineering. This bill changes the wording of the bylaws to be more inclusive of all campuses. ASYSU bylaws, for creating a student organization, section 1, conditions of registration, plus 3 membership. Section D, an organization must have a minimum of 10 students.
Senator Day, you just have to introduce the bill. There you go. All right, is there a motion to send it to the wall? Here. Senator Gale.
I move to send bill 518 to rules.
Second. Senator Gale has moved to send bill 518 to rules, seconded by Senator Gale. And has been called, motion carries. All right, at this time, we'll open the breakout again. Well, you know what time it is. All right.
Go, Bengals, go.
Senator Watt.
I move to adjourn the meeting. Second.
Okay, so Senator Watt has left the adjourned meeting, seconded by Senator Cox.
Discussion.
Discussion has been called.
Objection.
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 Objection. Okay.
Please don't forget to submit all of your student monthlies by.
Okay. Anyone else?
With reasoning. Previous.
Previous. Perfect. All right. Senator Becker. Here. Senator Fox.
Present.
Senator Benito.
Yes.
Senator Day. Senator Fultz. Present. Senator Gale.
Here.
Senator Cruz.
Here.
Senator Gonzalez. Here. Senator Comer. Here. Senator Kasu. Senator Mojica. Here. Senator Ortiz. Senator Vermont. Senator Sama. Present. Senator Sargent. Here. Senator Sesca.
Here.
Senator Wilson.
Here.
And with that, meeting is adjourned at 7:32. Everyone just like, you were
No, I wouldn't do that. I just like created a sheet. And I would use that plate when I wanted.